2-1. Took a pair of goals from Cameron Lancaster, who's now the USL single-season all-time leading goal scorer with 24. Let's just walk through, first off, the fight that your team showed to have to come down, which is not a position you guys often find yourselves in.
Yeah, I loved the fact that we were down and came back. I thought our resolve, our character, it really showed through there in the second half. And we knew it was going to be a tough game because North Carolina had to win. They had to win, and that's just a really difficult position to be in. You could tell that they wanted that game really bad. In some ways, maybe more than us, but we really, I thought the second half did an excellent job of being tough. Cam starts it with a phenomenal goal. I mean, that was fantastic. So to break the record on that was amazing. And we had to dig deep, and that's what good teams have to do. So it wasn't the prettiest of games, but I'm happy for everybody.
Now, you did go down early in the first half to North Carolina. What was the message to the team at halftime, knowing that, just like you said, North Carolina had to win that game, but so did you guys in a way?
Yeah, we just felt like we didn't do what we were training to do. Our ideas, we weren't connecting. Some of the tactics that were presented, we weren't recognizing them at all. So we talked about some ways that we felt like we could move them, unbalance them, and create some opportunities. We just said, look, we have to play at a higher level of energy. We have to play more collective. So coming out of halftime and getting a goal right away was fantastic.
And then, go ahead, Michael.
How important is it for this team to get that 2 seed hitting as well?
Yeah, it's huge. We want another home game here in the playoffs, and we need to do that for all of us. I would say that you definitely saw we had a tough trip to Toronto in that game, and trying to play in such short rest and return, and the way that we were traveling, it took a lot out of us. So really, again, we showed a lot of character to come back and fight for that.
Paco was chosen to be captain tonight with Pacos' absence. What's that mean to the team to know that their captain, their normal captain, didn't play tonight, yet they kept their composure like they did in coming back and winning that match?
That is just a credit to all those guys in that locker room. There's such a strong bond between them. Their culture is so good. They trust and believe in each other. It was great for Paco. He's a leader. There's a lot of leaders in that locker room. But to do it without Paulo was impressive, especially against a team like North Carolina that has a lot of quality, and their backs were against the wall.
Do you feel your team's hitting a stride at all heading into playoffs?
I think that we have a lot to still learn, and I think we have a lot to work on to be a team that can fire on all cylinders. I think there's a lot of talk because now we're on a little bit of a streak that we're firing on all cylinders, but tonight showed that we found a way to win tonight. We didn't play what I would describe as our style of soccer. We found a way to manufacture some things. We dug deep in moments where we had to. So that's not exactly hitting your stride, but the fact that we won that game is huge. And we need to be able to win games like that, because previously we were, if we were dominating, then it was a little easier mentally. We had to have a game like this to really test us.
There's a new midfield combo in there today, playing in the center of the park. How did you feel that Niall and Jose played complementing each other in the middle of the park?
Yeah, I don't want to be too critical of that because, we had to make some adjustments and we had to rotate some players. We're in another one of those stretches where we have 3 games in 8 days, and we needed to try to put some new players in there and give us some life. I'll go and look at it. I didn't think it worked great in the first half, and thus we made the change with Speedy, and I felt that was better for us.
Did you feel like the offense was sort of pressing to try to get Cameron the goal, or did you think it flowed the way it normally does?
No, I don't think we were flowing very well at all, to be fair. We had some moments that I thought in the first half we would recognize, some movements specifically that opened up a ton of opportunity for us. We didn't go back to it. We didn't take advantage of it. We didn't execute. So I think we were a little, I said at halftime, I thought we were kind of herky-jerky with our offense and our movements and our ideas. So we tried to talk about that at halftime and be a little more collective. And I was pleased with at least the start of the second half for sure.
Yeah. Was Cameron aware of the record as far as you know?
Absolutely. 100% he was aware of it. And again, what a goal to bring it.
a little more on him. I know he's been through every injury you can imagine since he's been here. So what do you think it means for him to break that record?
Yeah, I can just tell you by what he just told the whole team in that locker room. It means a tremendous amount to him. But he also gave his teammates a lot of credit for that because they're the ones that are working hard for him, supplying him the service. But ultimately, Cam's the one who has to execute. So I think everybody in that locker room is celebrating with Cam right now and for Cam. But anytime you reach a milestone like this, it's a collective group effort. So he was very appreciative.
Is it kind of nice to have that accomplishment now behind you so all focus can just move forward?
Yeah, it is. We put ourselves in a good position. We get another win, and we give ourselves a little bit of room to control our own fate with where we fall in the final standings. We get Cam to break the record tonight. So, on paper, a lot of things went our way tonight. So, can't complain.
And do you plan on resting anybody on Saturday?
Yeah, we really need to look at that because I don't think we had the same level of energy that we normally show. And a lot of, the guys they'll work, but there's a difference between working and literally playing free and being aggressive in moments and battling and winning and just, putting it all out there. I didn't think we had that same level tonight that we did in the previous games.
Niall McCabe becomes the first player in LCFC history to get to 100 regular season appearances. What did it mean to him to get out there for a start in this game and be the first Purple man to set that mark? Yeah,
we were talking when we came into the building together before the game, and I said, "Hey, congrats! As long as you don't get hurt in warm-ups, you get 100." And he said, "Coach, I never would have thought about it. I would have never dreamed that I could be in one club for 100, but to be here and to have the success we've had, he was, I would say he was emotional about it because it meant that much to him."
Coach, you've got Cam, who's capturing all the headlines, but you got guys like Gilly, who's Team of the Week, and then he had another great assist tonight. How important is it to have guys like him, George, Brian, Oscar's also got double-digit assists behind the rest of this team, all over the pitch having quality?
Yeah, I keep saying it, but it is a collective effort, and it is absolutely, we are an example of a lot of guys knowing their role and their responsibilities and going out and performing, with each other, for each other in every moment. So we have a lot of guys that are doing their job and doing it together, and that's what you need. That's what you have to be successful.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Coach. Congratulations.